Once upon a time, in a lush green orchard bathed in golden sunlight, stood a magnificent apple tree. Its branches reached for the sky like welcoming arms, and it was adored by a little boy more than anything in the world. Every day, he would run to the tree, climbing its sturdy branches, swinging from its limbs, and feasting on its ripe, juicy apples. He'd rest against its strong trunk, and the tree loved the boy dearly. His laughter was its greatest happiness, its leaves rustling with delight as they played together under the endless blue sky. As time flowed like a gentle river, the boy grew older. The visits became less frequent, and the orchard felt emptier. The tree waited patiently, its branches swaying with a quiet longing. Then one morning he returned, now a young lad with a thoughtful expression. The tree's heart leaped with joy. "Come, my dear boy," it whispered through its leaves. "Climb my branches and let's play like old times." But the boy shook his head. "I'm no longer a child who plays in trees," he replied. "I need toys now, but toys cost money, and I have none." The tree, ever generous, said, "I have no money, but take all my apples. Sell them, and you'll have enough to buy your toys." The boy's eyes lit up. He gathered every last apple, waved a quick goodbye, and hurried off. As he disappeared, the tree felt a deep fulfillment, happy to have brought him joy, even though its branches now hung bare. Many seasons passed. The boy did not return. The tree stood alone, weathered by rain and sun, missing his voice. Then one afternoon, he appeared again, a strong young man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. The tree trembled with happiness. "You've come back! Come, swing from my branches and rest in my shade," it invited warmly. But the young man sighed. "I have no time for play. I need to build a house for myself and my future. Can you help me?" The tree, with no house to offer, thought deeply. "Take my branches," it replied. "Cut them and use the wood to build your home. That is all I can give." The young man's face brightened. He took an axe, carefully cut away the strong limbs, and loaded them onto a cart. Without a backward glance, he set off toward his dreams, leaving the tree stripped and exposed. Yet, in the young man's contentment, the tree found its own quiet joy. Years rolled by like autumn leaves in the wind. The tree, now branchless, grew even lonelier. One scorching summer day the man returned, his hair touched with gray, his steps slower. The tree's remaining leaves fluttered with excitement. "My friend, you've returned. Let's share stories in the shade," it said. But the man, weary and aged, shook his head. "I'm too old for games. I long to sail on the river and find peace, but I have no boat. Can you help me once more?" The tree, heartbroken yet selfless, replied softly, "Take my trunk. Cut it down and carve it into a boat. Sail away and find your rest." The man's eyes sparkled. He felled the trunk with steady strokes, shaped it into a fine boat, and rowed off down the winding river, vanishing into the horizon. The tree, now just a stump, felt a profound satisfaction in having eased his burden once again. Decades later, on a quiet evening, an old man shuffled back to the spot. He was frail, his life nearing its twilight. The stump recognized him instantly. "I'm sorry, my boy," it murmured. "I have nothing left to give. No apples to eat." The old man smiled gently. "I have no teeth left for apples anyway. No branches to climb," continued the stump. "And I have no strength to climb," he replied. "Truly, all that's left are my dying roots," the stump sighed. But the old man nodded peacefully. "I need nothing more, just a quiet place to sit and rest, to reflect on my life, what I've gained, what I've lost." The stump warmed with affection. "Then come, sit on me. My roots are the perfect place for that." The old man lowered himself onto the stump, leaning back with a sigh of contentment, and the tree, in its final form, was overwhelmed with happiness. So much so that tears of joy fell like rain from its invisible leaves. This poignant tale reminds us that in every life, there is an apple tree, our parents. They give selflessly, sacrificing their own essence to nurture our dreams, often without a word of complaint or expectation of return. No matter how busy life gets, remember to take a moment to share your stories with them, offer your time, and honor their unwavering love. One day, we may realize that their giving was the root of our every happiness. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that speaks to the heart.